Hi, I'm Kathy Berry, registered dietitian with the city's Fountain of Health Wellness Program. And on today's show, we're going to be talking to Councilman Scott Wagner about healthy lunch options that are low cost and low calorie. We'll make a new age tuna sandwich and a pita, some healthy snacks, and show you some fun kid lunch options. So stick around. Hi everyone, it's a great day in Kansas City. We're here today at Penguin Park with Councilman Scott Wagner from the 1st District, and we're getting ready to go back to school.
No, not just getting ready, but it looks like everyone has gone back to school because there's no one here in the park. Although my kids are in school right now, they'll probably want to come back when they get out of there. But you know, it reminds me every morning I've got to get them ready, and that usually includes getting some lunch ready for them to take with them. And you know, every time I go to the store with them, they will see all these brightly packaged meals or yogurt in a tube or something, and they'll say, I want to take that, will you buy me that? But honestly, are those healthy for my kids? Are those things that I should be buying for them for lunch?
I don't think that that's the greatest choice. They tend to be, the prepackaged sandwiches and meals tend to be very high in salt and fat and preservatives. And the yogurt in a tube has got a lot of sugar. It's a lot healthier to stick to my plate. Half of the meal needs to be fruits and vegetables. You need to have some lean protein, some whole grains, and some low-fat dairy.
Okay, well that sounds really easy, but you know, for just your run-of-the-mill dad like me, what does that really mean? What are those sorts of foods that I should be putting in there for their lunch?
Well, everybody is a run-of-the-mill dad, but every kid needs an apple, some carrots, or some sliced up red peppers for lunch.
Okay.
Just something really simple and wholesome, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on whole grain bread made with healthy peanut butter and some jam that has fruit as the first ingredient, and then low-fat dairy.
Okay.
It's pretty simple.
Well, yeah, it does sound pretty simple, but okay, if I get their lunch ready, they're going to want something to drink, and of course, they're of the age now where they see soda pop, they see chocolate milk. You know, I can't just give them water and let them have at it, so I've got to give them something to drink.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk okay, or what should I be thinking about?
Regular low-fat milk is probably a better option, but an occasional chocolate milk isn't terrible. But what they definitely want to avoid is juice drinks that have sugar as the main ingredient, or soda. Really, soda doesn't offer anything good for our children, and there's a strong link between soda consumption and childhood obesity, so we really want to avoid soda. But stick with the low-fat milk, water, plain 100% juice. That's really good for kids.
Okay, well great. Well, now that I've got them taken care of, what do I do in that last 5 minutes before I have to get out the door for my own lunch?
Well, that same My Plate diagram is really good for us.
Okay.
And I personally think that every day, every one of us needs to have a big green salad. So a big green salad with a lot of color on it, peppers, tomatoes, cauliflower, and lean protein. Really good way to go for lunch, very simple to put together. Or simply leftovers from the night before, throw it in a Tupperware and take it to work. It doesn't have to be super complicated to be really tasty.
Well, great, Kathy. Those are some great tips. That helps me figure out what I'm going to do for lunches tomorrow, and we'll look forward to giving those a shot.
Well, thank you for being with us today, Councilman Wagner. And you stay right there, and when we come back, we'll head straight to the kitchen and make some healthy lunches for you and your children.
All right, I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay, so who's gonna do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Forget going on a diet, forget prepackaged lunch items. Today we're going to make you some portable lunch ideas that are sure to please. They will save you calories and save you your hard-earned grocery dollars. The first thing we're going to make is a new age tuna salad. I heard this on the radio the other day and I mentally jotted it down and came home and made it. It's an awesome recipe. I think you'll like it too. So we're going to start with one large can of light chunk tuna packed in water. Albacore tuna has more mercury, so it's best to stick with the chunk light tuna. It's better for you. It's a good source of omega-3. It's inexpensive. Most people love it. We also have 1 tablespoon of mayo. That's all you need. And we use the kind that has olive oil. We have about a tablespoon of Dijon mustard and 2 big tablespoons of my favorite Greek yogurt. It's very creamy, gives a delicious flavor. You will not miss that mayo at all. So we're gonna pop that in there, and Dijon mustard is really, really nice. Really good ingredient for lots of things. Okay, now we also have about a 1/2 cup of nice Vidalia onion we're gonna pop in there, and a 1/2 cup of bread and butter pickles that we chopped up nice and fine. And this is delicious. And we also have some red pepper that we chopped up, about a 1/2 cup. And you know, you can kind of by guess and by golly these ingredients to your liking. You don't have to follow a recipe perfectly. And then the secret ingredient is we're gonna take a nice red delicious apple. I think any red apple will do. And we're gonna dice that up pretty fine and put that in there, and it will give it a really nice crunch. So this has got a lot of color, and it's got a lot of vegetables and fruit, and so it really packs a wallop of nutrition, but it's low in calories. So really nice, fresh tuna salad. So we're just gonna chop up this apple, and we're gonna try not to chop up my fingers along with it. And we're gonna put that in the tuna salad right along with everything else. And we're gonna put this, instead of a traditional bread, we're gonna use a nice pita pocket. So the reason we're gonna use a pita pocket is it's just nice variety. And then also, the thing that's really nice about it is it's kind of deep, and so you can really stuff it full of lettuce and the actual tuna salad. So it makes a really, really big, hearty, delicious sandwich. Now look at that. Doesn't that look good? Not your typical tuna salad. And then we're gonna add, just for fun and a little zip, a splash of red wine vinegar and maybe some pepper. Pepper's always good. Everybody needs to have a good pepper grinder in your kitchen. You don't need to have every gadget known to man, but I do think a good pepper grinder is key. Okay, so now we've got our tuna salad all mixed up. We'll just move these over here. And I'm gonna show you how we're gonna stuff this. So let's get some lettuce, and we're gonna open up one of these pita pockets. I chose a wheat pita pocket that has 100 calories per half, and it has 5 grams of fiber. So that's pretty good. You wanna have 20 grams of fiber a day, so 5 in your pita pocket is pretty nice. We'll take some lettuce and we'll stuff it in this pocket like so, and then we'll just take a nice big spoonful of that delicious tuna salad and we'll stuff it right in there. This is also really good if you want to stuff it in a fresh tomato, beautiful summer meal. So doesn't that look good? And then what we'll do is we'll just wrap it up in some wax paper. From what I've read, wax paper is a little bit kinder to Mother Earth than foil or plastic, and we always want to be good to our mother. So there you go. There's your sandwich. Now what are we going to take along with this sandwich for lunch? Well, stay right there. We've got some great snack ideas. So we've got your healthy New Age tuna salad recipe ready for you, 250 calories or less. And now we're going to prepare some snacks to go along with that healthy lunch. Well, first of all, Americans never eat enough fruits and vegetables. We don't necessarily need chips and cookies to go with every lunch, but we do need lots of fruits and vegetables. So what I would do is just get a nice container like this and keep it simple for yourself. Make it simple, make it quick. You can prepare this lunch in no time. And just throw in some cherry tomatoes and throw in some of these nice carrot chips and red peppers, whatever you like. But keep it simple so that you can prepare it in a hurry on your way out the door. So now we've got a nice snack to go with our sandwich, a nice healthy snack. And everybody likes to dip their vegetables in something. My favorite is a hummus. I love hummus. It's really good for you. It's nice flavor. And this is a red pepper hummus. It usually has about 50 calories per 2 tablespoons, sometimes 100 calories per 2 tablespoons. It just depends on what kind you purchase. But that's not crazy. So we've got some nice hummus to go along with those fresh vegetables, and then maybe a couple pieces of fruit. We never eat enough fruit in this country. We should have at least 5 to 7 servings a day. So this is a good start. And then another thing that we don't eat enough of, and it's a great snack, are nuts. And the rule of thumb is you want to have at least an ounce, which fills up about the palm of your hand. And these are 2 of my favorite kinds. This is just your regular dry roasted almonds, and they also make them dusted in dark chocolate cocoa, which is delicious. And they have the same calories. It's 150 calories per serving. And a serving is just about that much. So that is a healthy little snack. Typically, if you eat enough at lunch to last all the way to dinner, till 6 o'clock at dinner, you've probably eaten too much at lunch. So you need a snack in the afternoon. It's perfectly fine to have one. So here it is, we've tied it all together. We have a healthy tuna New Age sandwich that's stuffed into a whole grain pita that's high in fiber. The whole meal is low in calories. We included snacks. If you're trying to make it from lunch till dinner, it's really tough, and it's completely fine to have snacks. So we've got some great hummus for you. We've got some almonds with dark chocolate, which is high in antioxidants and actually is a superfood. And when we come back, we're gonna make a super healthy salad that's high in omega-3 and a healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich for your kiddos. So now we're going to make a superfood salad that is low in calories and high in nutrition, and you can be out the door with this in less than 2 minutes. So the first thing to do is to get yourself prepared. Buy that big box of greens, put it in the refrigerator, and you can just take it out and put it right in your to-go dish. The same thing goes with sliced mushrooms, dried cranberries, slivered almonds, cherry tomatoes, chopped up carrots. Keep all of that handy in the refrigerator so that you can just grab it and go. So what we'll do is we'll just take a nice Tupperware dish and we'll just put the greens in it that we like. We've got some nice baby greens here. And my favorite is the feta cheese. Now, if you don't like feta cheese and you'd rather have a part skimmed or a lower fat kind of cheddar, that's fine too. But we're gonna use a little feta because it has a big big flavor, and we're gonna add some cherry tomatoes, and we're gonna add some of those great little diced up carrots. And I like to add a little fruit to my salad, so we're gonna add some blueberries. And there you go. And just put the lid on that. And then as far as protein goes, I love these. These are super handy. You can get the salmon or tuna in a pouch. You don't have to tear it open until you get to work. You put it on top. You've got a nice dose of omega-3. Omega-3 is great for your heart. It's great for your brain. It's great for your joints. So these are really handy to keep on hand. Very small. So you just cover that up and away you go. Now, if you're not a big fan of fish or salmon, you can use some leftover rotisserie chicken breast. That's handy. If you don't like the grated cheese or the feta cheese, you can always take a cheese stick. All of these things are super handy. Just load them up in your refrigerator and you can be ready to go in no time. So now that we've got our salad, we've got our protein to put on top of it, what are we gonna do for a dressing? If you don't wanna take a whole bottle of dressing to work, it is very simple to make one from scratch. And all you need are 3 simple ingredients: some olive oil, some vinegar, and a little Dijon. So we're just gonna take our individual little Tupperware. The traditional French dressing is vinaigrette is 2 parts oil to 1 part vinegar. I kind of like it a little bit more equal. So we'll take some olive oil, we'll put in there. And of course, this is not to science, this is to taste. And then we're gonna put some vinegar, whatever you like. I happen to have some red wine vinegar here, but they make all kinds of wonderful infused vinegars, balsamic, garlic infused vinegars that are delicious. And then a traditional little dollop of Dijon mustard. Just pop that in there just like that. You're all set to go. You can add some salt and pepper if you like. Shake it up. You're done. That's it. So that did not take any time to make. It is very filling. You'll be surprised if you eat a big serving of leafy greens with some lean protein and some healthy fat. It is very, very satisfying. It will keep you going all afternoon long. You won't get that 2 o'clock in the afternoon, drop in blood sugar and you want to take a nap. This is really, really good premium fuel. And when you do need a snack, then have your almonds and your piece of fruit. It's a great way to get through the afternoon. Okay, so this is for you. Now let's make a healthy peanut butter and jelly sandwich for your kiddos. I love peanut butter. I'm not gonna lie. It is a delicious sandwich. It's great with a cold glass of milk. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Peanut butter actually is high in monounsaturated fats if you choose the right one, and it even contains resveratrol, the antioxidant in red wine that is touted for its anti-aging properties. So keep eating your peanut butter, but choose a healthy one. To me, a healthy peanut butter is one that does not contain trans fat, period, end of story. You can get peanut butter that has peanuts and salt, that's it. You can get peanut butter that has peanuts, perhaps a little palm oil, perhaps a little honey. That's pretty good too. So the one thing that you want to stay away from when you're looking at peanut butter is the kind that has trans fats. Trans fats are partially hydrogenated, some kind of oil. Those raise your cholesterol, those raise your those raise your LDLs, and they don't do any good for your HDL. So you definitely want to stay away from the trans fats. So this is a good one. It just has peanuts and salt. So we also want to be pretty choosy about the kind of bread we use. Now my favorite local bread is the farm to market bread. This is also a really good one. The thing that you want to look for is the first ingredient being 100% whole wheat or whole grain. You want as much fiber as you can. The difference between an enriched flour and a whole grain flour is an enriched flour has the outside bran taken off of the grain kernel and the germ. That is where all the B vitamins and all the fiber are. And what is left then is just the endosperm, which is the white part. That is milled, and the reason they call it enriched is because they try to add the B vitamins and the good things back in the flour, but we are never able to recreate what Mother Nature has made perfect in the first place. So always try to get your first ingredient whole grain, whole wheat, whole oats, whole whatever. You want the bran and you want the germ. So this one, the first ingredient is whole grain. So we're gonna take 2 pieces of this. This has 4 grams of fiber per slice, so that's pretty good. And we're gonna put a nice, you know, everybody knows how to make a peanut butter sandwich. We're gonna put a nice amount of peanut butter on both sides of the bread. And we're gonna slather it up with some really good jam. Jams can, you know, of course, be high in sugar, but they don't necessarily have to be high in high fructose corn syrup. This is an example of a jam that the first ingredient is fruit, strawberries. Yay, everybody loves strawberry jam on a peanut butter sandwich. This example, the first ingredient is a fruit concentrate, which is juice from the fruit, and then the second ingredient is fruit. Neither of those are terribly, you know, bad for you. The thing that we want to avoid is the high fructose corn syrup because it truly does raise your blood sugar quicker, has to go to the liver, gets turned into fat more readily. So we want to stick with things that contain fruit and not high fructose corn syrup. So every kid that I know, unless they're allergic to peanuts, loves a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So we're just gonna make a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich, put that together, cut it in half, fold it up. Easy, you can make it the night before. If you have teenagers, they probably need to. And there we go. So along with that, you want to include with your kids' lunch some fresh vegetables cut up. Most kids like fresh vegetables, a couple pieces of fresh fruit, and the healthiest cookie that I know of is a Fig Newton or a homemade oatmeal cookie. So that's a really healthy lunch for your kids, simple to make, better than purchasing something store-bought and pre-packaged, and tasty. I'm so glad you tuned in. Today we gave you a lot of recipes for healthy lunches for busy families on the go. Recipes can be found at kcmo.org/wellkc. Thank you for tuning in today again, and thank you for taking care of yourself through better living, better health, and better eating.